Now, when using OpenClaw, I definitely recommend to use the Brave browser. In fact, the Brave browser is described as the official recommended browser for using OpenClaw. In their documentation, they do recommend it. And let me explain why. OpenClaw isn't just browsing the internet like me or you. It needs clean, structured data it can understand instantly, and that's where the Brave Search API comes in. The Brave browser gives OpenClaw direct access to organized search results so your AI can pull information, summarize it, and use it inside skills way more reliably. Now compare that to something like Google Chrome, and this is just a browser for humans. If OpenClaw relies on Google Chrome, it has to open websites, deal with ads, pop-ups, messy layouts, and try to scrape information, which is slower and breaks a lot more often. Chrome also doesn't give you a simple API connection for search. So you're basically forcing the AI to guess instead of giving it clean data. So here's the thing, Google Chrome and Edge and other browsers, they can work for some automations, but if you want to have automations with no problems at all, the Brave browser is the way to go. So the Brave browser is a much better choice because it was built to work with AI, not just for browsing the internet. So while we're working on OpenClaw, let's now use the Brave browser and I'll show you how to connect the API. So let's switch over to Brave and I'll show you how to integrate the API. Now this part is totally optional, but OpenClaw does recommend to use OpenClaw from the Brave browser because they have an API integrated for AI. So I'm gonna go to Brave. Now I'll go ahead and leave 2 links in the video description. The first one is for the Brave browser where you can download this. This is just a browser like Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge. The second link is actually the API. Now, again, this is made for AI, and what this does is it helps OpenClaw search the internet instead of trying to guess what's going on. Now, this does cost about $5 in order to run the Brave browser, but again, this is totally optional. You do not have to do this, but for your own good, I do recommend it. I'll be using Brave for the remainder of this video, but it does make your automation simpler and you'll run into less errors if you use the Brave browser. So it's really up to you. Now, the first thing I'll do is ask it to enable web search. So here I put, I want to enable web search with the Brave browser. I'll run this prompt. Now it's asking me to paste in the API key from Brave. So let's go back to Brave. So going back to the Search API Brave dashboard, all I gotta do is go over here and click on API keys, and then just click on Add API key. And for subscription, we'll leave that as search, and then I'll click on Add. Then I'll go ahead and copy this, and then paste this in OpenClaw. So I just typed in, here's the Brave API key, I pasted it in, and then I'll run this prompt. All right, perfect. Now OpenClaw has been configured with Brave, and you'll see right now it can search the web using Brave, get information, and then also combine search results with our AI responses.